Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're well on this beautiful time and space and reality. When you join, say hello. When you're on the replay, still say hello. Oh, it might be loud. I shouldn't go this way. We'll just chill right here. It has been a morning, an exciting morning. Things are happening. Things are always happening in my world. Okay, let me sit here. So, I had a really amazing call this morning. It was a really interesting call. I can't really go into a lot of details, but I did want to go into this detail. I feel like it's still kind of loud. The detail is understanding the masculine and feminine of business. So for those of you who have followed my journey, a lot of you have known that I was predominantly masculine. When I was living my life, I was very masculine, very self-reliant, let me do the things to get the success, the overachiever and everything, sports, school, friendships, partying, all the things I would overachieve in. And as I've kind of went through my process of remembering or awakening or integrating my soul-led life, I've really activated that feminine part of me, that law of magnetism, that magic, that sensation, the bliss, the beauty, the so many things. And I'm on a call today, a couple calls actually, this has come up recently. And we're talking specifically around the masculine, feminine of online business. And for those of you who know, we are in a transition on the world. Obviously, we're re-emerging from everything that just happened. Some places are still, shut down. But, we're in a really deep process of birthing a new type of human, where the digital age is part of our daily habit. That's kind of crazy to think of, that majority of the world, that's, they're not going to know without digital, without technology, and what that does to our brain, what that does to our being, and what that means for us to connect to people, for us to relate to people, for us to express to people, for us to keep in contact, for us to build community, for us to transition in community when we feel like we're evolving and no longer resonate or align with something and want to transition somewhere else. So I have two courses. I have a lot of courses that talk about, I have one course that's called the Earn Income Online Bundle, and it's the very masculine way to do business. It's how to set up systems and structures in the online world. And then I have Create, Write, Share, Receive, which is very much the feminine way of doing the online business, organic growing or creating a community, creating offers. Where the other one's very much linearly, here's the things to do, here's the task list, check it off and do the things. And I wanted to come on because I'm thinking of my third book, An Uncompromised Life, which is funny because I feel that book is very much integrated in masculine and feminine, where my first book was very feminine, all about love and a little bit ungrounded, but still a really beautiful book because it went through overcoming cancer and, how I dealt with that whole process. And then my second book, which is The Future for Rohingyas Education in Bangladesh, which is very masculine, very systematic, very linear. And then this book is both. It's my life experience with also real sacred teachings and processes. I have a whole chapter on creating a heart-centered business in this, and Yahoo Finance actually shouted us out. And so I just did that post on what it means to have work with me one-on-one, and I wanted to just come on and pop on of I think a lot of you who are men who are in this, you look at me and obviously you're she's gorgeous, she's this, but she's also smart and she's spiritual, and you guys are what do I do, and how do I find a woman like her? And I think this whole understanding of energetics is really important. Really understanding the energy you possess, the energy that's you might unawarely be possessing, which is demons or entities or attachments from other people, past lifetimes, karmic, your innermost relationships, how those are influencing and impacting your energy and how you show up. Because every moment in life, how you show up, even to look at this tree or even to look at a stranger, how you show up is influencing and impacting what's available to you in your life. And what I mean by that is if you're kind of always a sourpuss and you're sad and upset and not like putting your true self out there, then people can't show up and support you. People can't show up and like empower you with like their gifts and their skills and like offer you magic. They can basically only offer you what you're showing people. And if you're only showing people not the real you, you're showing like a half-assed version of you, like 50% of you or 40% of you, or like you're ashamed of certain parts of you, then you're not going to be attracting what you really want, because you're not showing up to the world with the frequency of you, with the trueness of you, with the energy of you. And the world functions on frequency. So if you're at a 20% frequency of being you, you're only going to receive back a 20% frequency of you. And so it's like we're really entering this new paradigm. Well, we're already here, we've been here, but people are now expressing it and realizing and opening their eyes to it more. That you are the creator of your life. You have full responsibility for why your life is the way it is. You have created everything down to the last detail in your life. And I'm not saying if you went through trauma or went through something horrible that you deserved it or that you called it in. However, I do write my third book. I think that when we go through traumatic experiences, if we can shift our perspective and we can see that we were chosen to go through these so that we could evolve through it. We were chosen to have these happen to us so that we could raise our emotional intelligence. We could raise the frequency of that story. We could change the narrative of trauma into beauty, trauma into love, trauma into expansion. And I feel like that's what our soul is desiring to let us know, because if we can think that way, we can transition our pain. We can transition our thoughts. We can transition like feeling like shit, my life sucks, or shit, this experience really was hard. We can go, wow, this happened, and where's the expansion? Where's the beauty through it? Where's the magic in it? And take the time that we need to grieve, or whatever that we need to grieve. But just looking at trauma was actually something we allowed, or we went through to rise into our divinity, to rise into something greater, to rise in creating a heart-centered business, a lifestyle career, because I really believe whatever's happened to you in your life happened for you. And if it could happen for you, it means that you can create an income stream out of it, or you can monetize it and you can help people. And like I've done that in my life in so many ways. I've monetized crazy things that have happened to me and I'll continue to always monetize things that happen in my life, because your life is meant to be a lifestyle career. You're meant to always be able to create income off of what's going on, about what you're passionate about, what you're excited about, or what's going to allow you to heal. And our healing journey means that we get to talk about things, we get to express things. And that's the feminine part of kind of business. And the masculine is like the thing that happened, the trauma, the structure of it happened in a, healthcare system. So like, oh my God, I thought it wasn't like a real bug. It's a ladybug, you guys. Oh my God, last night, sorry, I should not, this makes me nervous. Okay, because last night I was like walking, as you guys know, I do my walks, and then like I look on my shirt and there's like a black beetle that's on I'm like, oh my God. So I like flick it off, but then I looked at what the spiritual meaning of a black beetle meant, and it meant that the intangible world is becoming tangible. And I was laughing. I was like coming from the Miss Intangible lady. But the world's always speaking to us. Now I have to look what butterflies mean after this. But anyway, what I wanted to share, and see, that's a masculine thing. Like masculine showed up. Masculine showed like a black beetle that came on me. Masculine just put a ladybug on me. The feminine part of me is going to express it. The feminine part of me is going to create a story. The feminine part of me is going to look for the answers. Where the masculine is the thing that happened. That's so brilliant. God, I love doing these live streams because things just like the ladybug. The ladybug masculinely landed on me, and I created the story for you. And this is how business works. I mean, this is how online business, any business works. If you want to create a heart-centered business, a fulfilling business, a lasting business. Like I see so many people, and they're always talking about business, especially men. Men are like, oh my God, I have this Forex trading, or I'm in finance, or I'm an engineer. Oh my God. And I'm growing my business, and I don't know, I'm a speaker. And sorry, I shouldn't be talking like that, but it is annoying because you men, predominantly masculine, you guys say these things of like, I'm doing the Forex, it's going to be so big, or I've got this big platform I'm creating, or I'm doing this thing. Like masculine love to do this. It's like this ego trip. I don't even understand it really. But in this ego trip, like I'm like, is that even what you really want to do? And they're like, no, my purpose is this, or my passion is this. I'm like, so you're doing something just to get money. Hold on. You're doing something just to get in hopes that it's going to bring you happiness. Like that doesn't even make sense. Like, so you're just going to do the Forex trading, the crypto, the trade, whatever, but it's still not bringing you fulfillment. It's still not bringing you happiness, because the true creation, which is feminine energy, which is coming through all of us right now, is the expression of why you're here, of who you're meant to be, and only building, creating, designing, doing things in your life that lead to that feminine creation and that feminine expression, that thing that you know you're meant to help the planet with. And that's the difference between masculine and feminine structures. So I did it with insects. I told you about systems in business. I told you about expression. Like lead generation, that's a masculine thing. Creating a funnel, or building a funnel, that's a masculine thing. Creating the verbiage and the copy, that's the feminine. Why are you building the funnel? What's the purpose of the funnel? Like even the guy, was it Simon, who's like one of the best marketers, with start with why. Like, why are you doing this? Like that's always my question with anyone. They come to me and they have some big project, some big thing. They're like, I'm so excited about Colleen. I'm like, and I'm like, and they're all talking about the money and all the things it's going to bring. I'm like, okay, but why? And I like get really deep into that question. Like, why are you doing this? Why is this relevant? Why? And if you can't answer that question easily, like why, like you just have a knowing that it's something inside of you, you'll always never quite hit success. So anyway, I hope this serves you. If you haven't seen my post, we have one-on-one spots open for my mentoring. If you want to start in the online world, start your purpose work, start to have lead generation, start to do upselling, back end offers, actually creating a life from you. I'll leave the Luxury Healer Inner Circle below. There's 4 ways to enroll. If you want to do it one-on-one with me, it's definitely the one-on-one for 12 months. I highly recommend it. I mean, all of my one-on-one clients, whatever your goals are, your KPIs are, we excel them beyond belief every single time. There's not one that's ever failed. So anyway, I love you. I hope this served. Share it, say hi, and enjoy your moment in time.